Hey everybody, this is Mama Sunfire. It is a little late, and I just wanted to show you guys what I got today. I just got home and I checked my mailbox, and I have been waiting for this item to come. It's from Medicine Man, and it's his book. I can't wait. So this is a unboxing. But here it is. I hadn't even opened it yet. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, this is his book. Look, it's called Rootzcraft, Book of Ancestral Empowerment. Yes, this is it. Medicine Man. You see that? Yes. I don't know. Hopefully you'll be able to see it turn the right way when the video shows. But this is the cover of the book. I think it's beautiful the way it is illustrated. The cover, I like that. It says, let's read the back of the book. It says, Rootzcraft is a book designed to give aspiring root workers the edge they need in comprehending principles that's needed to embark on the path of ancestral healing. What is the path of ancestral healing? Ancestral healing is the path of using spiritual corrective measures to restore balance in your bloodline lineage through the utilization of forces that support your destiny. Our bloodlines are encoded with reflections of ancient spiritual instructions needed to transcend what we call normalized ways of thinking. Medicine Man is a traditional healer and root worker with over 20 years experience in root working, occult sciences, metaphysics, spiritual healing, and self-transformation. So this is the book here. So let's see. Book of, oh, it's been signed. Ooh. I got the personal copy. Thank you, Mama Sunfire. All righty, let's see. Yes. What does this say? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go with just starting here in the middle of this. Our bloodlines are also encoded with spiritual instructions from parts of our spirit that lives in the future. In this book, we will examine techniques and principles that are designed to help aspiring root workers develop the mind state that challenges our incessant demand to grow, creating, nourishing, maintaining, balancing, and directing our intentions towards transcendental success is key to delivering a system of ancestral development that works for you. There will never be a singular approach to ancestral development, as each person's level of growth is based on the karmic expressions that has surfaced in their lives. As we examine our individualized karmic expressions, we will unravel the uniqueness of our experiences. We have devised methods and addresses some of the inner workings of ancestral techniques and principles. In this book, we will be focusing our attention on the areas of life and manifestations that enhances our individual's destinies. This book is a great study guide for anyone seeking understanding on how to magnify the power of their ancestral bloodline. We all seek to heal and manifest change in life through utilizing the forces of nature. Our lives in us, we naturally develop the strength to overcome obstacles that enters our path. Soul searching is a process that happens when we actively seek the presence of higher realities living through us. When we seek answers to the questions of our inner being, we attract informational guides to our paths to help steer us in the direction of our brightest darkness. I like that, the brightest in our brightest darkness. This book is dedicated to those who have uncovered the light within their own darkness. I like that. Okay, so the table of content. Table of content says chapter 1 is the craft. Chapter 2 is ancestral hierarchy. 3 is making it work. 4 is moon and sun cycles. Chapter 5, Vessels and the Spirit. Chapter 6, Escaping the Paradigm. Now that sounds really interesting. Chapter 7, Inhaling and Exhaling Techniques. Chapter 8, Becoming an Energy Healer. Techniques for Energy Alignment. And chapter 9 is Ancestral Meditations. And then it says, Ancestral Meditation Concepts. And this book looks like it's to be 209. Well, altogether, every page counted is 210 pages. So that can be read really easily. Now, what I do like about the print here is that I can read this. Y'all see me trying to struggling because I need reading glasses. And I refuse to get them. But I love the way it, how it's spaced. I can see it even if with the reading glasses. I'm a little older, so this looks very interesting. Let me just read a little bit from chapter 1, okay? And then I'm gonna get off because I'm not gonna be here long. I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes of this little review. So it's about 6 minutes and 14 seconds. Chapter 1, The Craft. Rootzcraft is a concept designed to explore the multifaceted thought processes of ancestral communication through root working. As we as we explore our ancestral heritage, there is a sense of recovery looming in our spirits. This recovery is ancestral DNA awakening within people to reclaim their spiritual foundations. This reclamation is founded on the idea that installing ancestral practices that are in tune with our cultural experiences empower us. I think I read that right. This empowerment opens our eyes to the darkest realities that we have grown accustomed to, which offer us no real spiritual solutions. It also helps us to discover ways of combating our in our own inefficacies that has held us back from the highest level of spiritual development. I got to hold my arm this way because it's longer. I can see better. As we discuss our inefficacies, we are actually examining the many aspects of our lives that has not reached levels of fulfillment that will illuminate our futures. Striving towards fulfillment in life will bring you many challenges. As you transcend each challenge, your spheres of awareness proceeds to conquer the realities you're facing. This is something we are aware of. What are we not aware of? Are the remedies that must be used to trap or dispel negative impressions from our lives. Negative impressions can derive from a multitude of things or people. Our daily contacts with others in an acute exchange of energies on subtle levels that ultimately manifest themselves in the forefront of our lives. These manifested impressions usually take their positions in our dreams first. The reason for this is that the dream world is the place where our spirits manifest themselves to us in dynamic ways that help us to uncover the mysteries of our experiences. The reason for maturing spiritually is about recognizing your natural place in the scheme of the universe. Once your natural place is sought, you will begin to utilize your gifts to position others towards excellence. Utilizing your place in the cosmos to position others towards spiritual fulfillment is the goal as we develop our spiritual behaviors as root workers. This seems to be one of the hardest principles to follow. We are programmed by this society to think in an individualistic manner, which is destructive to our collective progress. Our collective progress is measured by how we deal with community-based spiritual problems and our effectiveness in resolving them. As we resolve them, there are areas within them that we must address in order to fully evaluate the severity or non-severity of it. In the quest to discovering the severity of our problem, we should first assess how this issue come to the forefront of the person's life. It is the result of it says, is it the result of a terrible decision? Is the impression the result of physical contact with a spiritually affected person? These are some of the basic questions you should ask yourself when first analyzing spiritual issues. Now that says a freaking mouthful. Let's see. Let me see one other thing, and then I'm over my time. Let's see. Making it work. Let's see what that is. 81. Oh no, spiritual 81. Making it work. The creation of rituals in hoodoo is primarily based on the historical understandings of the root worker creating the ritual. Unique rituals can be channeled from ancestral spirits and other familiars. This is based on the type of relationship that is established between the spiritualist and the spirits conjured. One of the main questions aspiring root workers ask is, how do we establish relationships with spirits? Relationships are formed between a spiritualist and a spirit based on spiritual agreements. These agreements are made through spiritual communication that involves divinations, rituals, offerings, and cleansings as part of the agreement. Once an agreement has been established, the relationship between a spirit and a spiritualist evolves into a partnership. This partnership is not a relationship of service. Serving spirits is not common in hoodoo. Root workers do not serve spirits. Serving spirits is an act of devotion, and root workers don't devote themselves to spirits. Instead, they harness the power of the spirits to perform their work. Harnessing spiritual power from the spirits can be accomplished by pulling the spiritual force close to you and tapping into its energy without having the spirit directly mount you. How about that? This can be done by conjuring spirits with specific symbols and or talismans that are unique to the spirit. Every spirit has a signature marking that are has signature markings that are used to conjure them in times of need. Traditionally, these symbols are held secret by the practitioners of a particular order, house, or practice. They are only used in spiritual circumstances. The continuous use of certain seals and symbols depreciate the power that can be generated through them. This happens due to the consistent associations made with the symbols and the various situations you've applied them in. How about that? So I am looking forward to reading all of this book. It should not take, I could probably read this book in a day, in a couple of hours, and read this book because it looks good. It looks good. And here he's talking about how you do some installing intentions, breathing exercises. So this looks like a really, really good book. I like how it is written and worded. It seems to be methodical and laid out pretty good. So I'm going to read this book. Again, this book is Rootzcraft book of ancestral empowerment. So this is not so much spells and incantations and things like that. It is about more about relationship and how you build relationships and getting that kind of understanding. So I like this, dealing with relationships and clearing some relationships. So some energies and some ancestral energies carried over. Seems like it's going to be a really, really good book. So I am really excited to read the rest of it. And maybe what I'll do, maybe I'll see. Maybe I'll take a chapter or a couple of pages out of a chapter each day and read some to you, or just whatever I find, because I'm going to color this book up and highlight it real good so I can get some good understandings. But this is really great. I came across some of that information the other day. I think it was online, and someone was talking about how root work does not incorporate spirits the way we think of other kinds of practices. Root work, hoodoo is not a religion, and so we don't carry. We do a lot of elemental kinds of things and use energies and uh, um, powers of elements and energies of that sort. But there are some occasions where people, conjure deities or something. But or whatever. But I don't. I don't do that at all. As a matter of fact, I use uh, plant forces. I connect with universal energies. I connect with elements, earth, air, fire, water, wind, that kind of thing. And then I pull them together within the plant, within the atmosphere, and within myself. And together, us three, we three here, functioning triune, as it will, as a triune God, if I can use that term, then together we come three persons and we channel that energy through me. And so, anyway, this looks like a good book. So I finally got it. I've been waiting for this book. I'm excited about reading it. And so hopefully you guys will get it. You should get this book. You really, really should get this book because I think it's going to be good. Again, once I go through it some more, I'm going to give you some more information about it. But it is a fantastic book. Very well done so far, Medicine Man. This is his second book, I believe. And I can't think of the name of the first one, but I think it has something to do, working them roots, something like that. So anyway, I will give you more information and thank you guys for watching. Feel free to get in contact with me. You know how to find me. If not, I'm at mamasunfire.com, MAMASUNFIYAHH.com, or you can find me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And that would be Mama Sunfire 1. All right, you guys be blessed. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.